Hello, Scoot friends. 100% is easier than 99%. What do I mean by that? Well, let's get hiking. I'm currently in Michigan right now. I'm very lucky. This is about a half a mile away from where I stay when I come up here. We thought we'd come up here because Mr. can work remotely from here. And we're coming up here to see some of the fall leaves, and I thought I'd take you on a little hike with me. This is sort of a off-road ATV in the wider areas snowmobile trail. You'll probably hear me huffing and puffing along the way. I've got some hills to climb. But what did I mean by 100 is easier than 99? So, since I started my channel, I have put out a video every Wednesday. That was June of 2021. I haven't missed a single Wednesday. Not when traveling, not when sick, not when just completely unmotivated. Because the thing is it's easier to do something 100% than it is to do it 99%. The second I miss a Wednesday, it gets really, really easy to be like, oh, well, I'll just do one later. Or I'll do one in a couple weeks. Or I'll just do one never, ever again. So I made it a goal to at least make it for my first 5 years on the channel. Even though I'm just this tiny little channel, of trying to make sure I put out an episode every week, every Wednesday. Look at these beautiful leaves. There are lots of different ways the path can go here. I'm going to go this way. Just to show you, deer come through here. So, little hoof print. There's a whole bunch of them, clearly. I don't know if we'll see any today. I'm out in the middle of the day. It's not really prime deer time. I think I approach YouTube a little bit differently than some other creators. I started with YouTube as a consumer, watching YouTube. I had favorite channels. We had decided to cut the cord and stop watching cable. And so we started watching YouTube. And then the pandemic hit. And YouTube became an incredible way to explore the world. Like channels like SV Delos that sails around, Virtual Japan was a big inspiration for me to even do my channel. I liked camping with Simon, a bloke in the woods, cooking with Aaron and Claire, laughing with Ordinary Sausage. Now, some of these channels are now absolutely massive. Some of them were massive when I started watching them, and some of them have just exploded since then. So I decided when I started my own channel more than a year later, I thought about what was important to me from the channels that I liked so much. I liked that they had unique viewpoints from different places in the world. I liked that it was a variety of different things I was watching. Even 3D Bot Maker, which is gravity-based die-cast racing. That channel is so smart and so funny that you can't believe it's basically just cars racing down a fabricated track. But one of the other things that I really liked was consistency. People who put out their episodes regularly. And that's why it was a big deal to me right from the beginning to pick a day that was the day I was going to release. And I always wanted it to be Wednesdays, middle of the week, give you some views from Chicago or later on in the channel, wherever I happen to be. And that brings us here. And while I'm here in this beautiful place, I am going to do something that I promised to for one of my viewers. And so while I'm up north here, it seemed like the perfect opportunity to stop and say a few words to him directly. So for my friend E-Trick up in French-speaking Canada, up in Montréal, in Quebec, très vite. Bonjour Gio, j'ai promis de dire quelque chose en français. Je n'ai pas promis que ce serait intéressant. J'espère que tu vas bien. Bonne balade, mon ami. Bonne balade. He has been helping me remember the French that I studied for 8 years. And so I told him I would put a little French-speaking message in for him. This probably won't be too long. Just wanted to share some beauty with you while I hiked. Got a little exercise. I decided pretty early into YouTube that I didn't necessarily wanted to play the subscriber game. My channel is very niche. I get that. But I have a lot of interests, and so it's fun for me to follow a lot of different people and watch their content. And so I do, genuinely. And so even though my channel has been around and producing content for a really long time, I just didn't necessarily feel like playing the game. And the game is what the game is, and it's what you have to do to try to become a larger channel, because a lot of people won't give your content a chance if you're small. And it, depending on what your goals are and why you're on the channel or why you're on YouTube, this will affect the choices you make. You can argue a lot of things about my channel subjectively. Is it any good? Is it interesting? But the one thing you can't argue with about it is consistency. I'm trying. I'm doing the best I can of sharing my little piece of my world. And I'm grateful to all of you who come along on this journey with me. And I'll do my best to keep it interesting for you. I think now I'm going to put the camera away so I can just enjoy being out here. Thank you so much for hiking with me today. I'll see you next Wednesday. Same scoot time, same scoot channel. And I hope you have yourself an amazing day.